Hello and welcome back to the
Zach
and Buzz Review. So today we are reviewing something.
Something that I've purchased.
Yes.
Yet again.
Something large.
Yes, something large, and is to replace something that I had before.
Yes. Okay. Let's get to it.
Okay, just bear with me just a second.
Oh dear. Please excuse my co-host as he lifts a very heavy box onto the table.
There we go. I think you can just about sneak around the side of this one. Okay, this is the Position 1 Power Equipment Inverter Generator.
Wow, okay.
It is the P2500i. Okay.
That's crazy.
And it's powered by a Hyundai 4-stroke engine.
Crikey.
It's got a max output of 2,200 watts, 230 volts electricity, and it weighs 24 kilos. That's what it says, but obviously it's going to weigh more once I've got the oil and petrol in it.
Right, okay.
Okay. But anyway, inverter generator is also pure sine wave, which means it gives a continuous electrical.
So why did we get this?
Right. We got this because prior to this, I had the same make. I had the P1000i.
Okay, so is this an upgrade?
Yeah, this is an upgrade, and I had the smaller one, which was a 1,000 watt output sine wave generator, and it's mainly because we live in the countryside and we sometimes get power cuts, and we also, because of the troubles in the world, let's say, that we were told we might get rolling power cuts.
Right, so this is to kind of
So the idea being is
answer that problem.
we have a backup generator, which means if, and because we live in a village and we do get power cuts once in a while, if we had any protracted power cuts, then this would run, you know, the freezers and the fridges, no problem at all. That's what I got the previous one for. Okay, but unfortunately what happened with that, the pull cord on it, which it was kind of like a sideward pull cord, and I think there was something inside which was maybe a bit of a burr.
What, did you break it?
Well, I didn't break it, but the point was, I only used it probably twice.
Yeah.
And I had it for basically about 12 months, but I only used it twice. But when I went to start it up, just to turn it over, the cord just frayed and snapped.
Oh, well, that's not very good.
Which is not very good at all.
So
anyway,
now,
however,
we've got this one.
Because of the Consumer Rights Act 2015, I sent it back and decided, once I got refunded, which I did, that I'd upgrade, because I actually liked the generator. Although the previous one did have obviously an issue with the pull cord, I got this one. So let's get it out of the box.
So you can finally see us again. So you can
see us. Let's get it out of the box and see what's in the box. Ta-da!
So it's out of the box now.
It's out of the box. Out of the box, still got its labels on it.
Quite a beefy bit of equipment.
Yeah, the quick start guide, which we'll have a look at later. Okay, so the difference on this one, the previous one I had, which was the smaller version, the pull start was like horizontal, and I think that perhaps, you know, it was just his design fault with it. But this one, it's literally an up vertical one.
So that's a lot better.
A lot better. Much prefer this.
So how much did this cost?
Right, this one cost me £449.99 from Amazon, and that's on Amazon Prime.
Okay, so that's quite the investment. So hopefully
the original one, the 1,000 watt. So remember, this is 2,200 watts. So yeah, you got over twice the capacity.
Right. Okay.
The original one cost me £270.
Okay, so.
And this one was £449.99.
Right,
okay. But well, I love it. Okay, I mean, just the look of it and everything.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little test later on in the video.
We'll take it outside and give it a start up. But what's in the box? Well, obviously we have.
Yes, I can't quite see over that side of the table. So
we've got the generator itself, and I just love the shape of it. You know, it looks
good quality.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lump, but as I say, it's not too heavy for me. Yeah, to carry it around.
I'm just
you
gonna
lift. Go on, you lift it.
Oh, blimey! Okay.
Okay.
That's quite a chunk.
Yeah, this is good for get the old guns going. Yeah, so you pop the opposite side. You pop that off. That's where you get the access to the air filter and the oil sump.
Right.
And the oil sump is down right at the bottom. It's actually awkward to get the oil in it if you don't have this. Okay, this comes with it.
What's that?
Okay, this is little oil tube.
Oil tube.
Which when you take the oil cap off, this screws in and allows you then to fill it up with oil, because it's right down in the base and literally sticking out horizontal.
Right. Okay.
But it's important. Like the previous one I had, if you don't put enough oil in it, it won't start. It's got its own safety feature, and if the oil gets low, it will cut out and stop.
Okay.
So it stops.
That's good. So it doesn't damage it.
It doesn't damage it. But it's really straightforward, because obviously it's a 4-stroke engine, so that takes straightforward unleaded fuel. I prefer to go to the super unleaded, because in the UK we changed to was it the E10 fuel or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I stick with the super unleaded. Pull start, straightforward.
Well, I'm looking at the quick start guide.
Yeah, quick start.
Here.
Maybe if I just turn this round, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. And we can do a close-up on this.
There you go.
This is our control panel. I'm just going to come around the side here. Okay, so you've got your 230 volt 3-pin socket. You've got a 12 volt socket here. You've got, there you go, there's your 12 volt socket just under there, like you would get in a car.
Gonna look at the instructions.
You've also got USB on here. That's probably this one. Yeah, got USB on there.
Must say a good instruction booklet on this one.
Yeah.
Unlike the other thing we reviewed the other day.
Oh yeah, no, they're pretty straightforward. It's also got an economy mode, which means that if you're running this what's rattling is it's also got, it came with its own spark plug tool.
What's that?
It's a spark plug remover.
Oh, okay.
So you can change the spark plug. Just move that out of the way. Yeah, so it's got an eco switch on here, so when it's running on its regular turnover, you can, if you're not using it full capacity, you can turn the eco switch on and that will drop the revs of the engine, and you'll get a lot more time out of the amount of fuel that's in it.
Oh, right, okay.
Because if you don't need to run it on full, you also when we do the startup,
yeah,
you'll probably notice the sound will drop. Now, some people, I believe, some people have bought this and other generators and done reviews on Amazon, assuming that it's a silent generator. Okay, it's not a silent generator, but it is a low noise generator, so it's quiet. And I expect it to be quieter when you put the eco switch on.
But it won't be silent.
But it won't be silent. But if you go away from it some distance, you probably wouldn't even notice it running.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
just have a big extension cable.
So if you're using this for leisure purposes on a campsite or something, I don't know if it would be quiet enough for you. But we can test the sound when we start it up. Other features are on this is that it has got round here there's a nut and bolt here assembly, which you can connect it up to an earth
yeah, I was going to
spike.
ask about that. What was that? It was going to mention.
Yeah, so I've got a big copper earth spike which I had for the previous generator.
All right, okay.
And you shove that into the ground and then connect it up to that fixture on the end here.
So
it's just under the.
would you recommend getting that earthing spike?
Yeah, just there. There it is. So you must. I mean, if you're going to use this, you need to earth it. Okay, to save anybody accidentally getting an electric shock. Earth it, whatever generator.
So
unless you got
that would be bought separately.
bought separately. That didn't cost me particularly much. I mean, literally, it's just a copper spike that you shove in the ground, and that's connected to a nice big bit of heavy-duty earth cable, and then you just connect it to the generator,
Right,
and that
okay.
means you're good to go.
Okay, cool.
I probably won't connect it when we start it up because we're just going to do a start-up test.
Well, speaking of which, maybe we should get into that now.
Yeah, so let's take it outside and see how she starts and what it sounds like. So we've now got the P2500i inverter generator outside, and we're going to go for its first start. I've read the instruction manual, which is pretty straightforward. It's got an economy switch here that we make sure is switched off. It's got a 3-position start. We put that to start, which means choke. On top of it, we turn the air valve to off to on. Then we get a little bit of, just find a little bit of resistance. There you go. Now it says run it for a couple of minutes, a short period of time, should I say, and then turn it to run. Well, that was easy enough to start. Now, with reading the instructions, we have an economy mode here. Listen to the sound that it's making at the moment. When it comes to the sound, this generator is not sold as a silent generator, but I have noticed in some reviews people have thought that they're buying a silent generator. It's a lot quieter than a lot of generators, and if I switch the eco on, you notice now it's dropped. Okay, so if you're using this just to run something moderate, now the engine's running on economy, which is going to make your fuel last a lot longer. Just stick it back to maximum. Okay, now what I've got a power tool over here. Now this is a 2000 watt generator. Okay, we have a 1500 watt circular saw. So let's see, test that. That worked fine. Okay, so we're going to go switch it off. We simply take the 3 start position starter, turn it to off, turn the air valve back to off, and that's it. Okay, so we've turned it off and we've left it to cool down a little bit. So we want to see how it starts. So this time, I shouldn't need the choke because the engine should still be warm. Turn that on. There we go. Let's see. Find that little resistance there. Ah, easy peasy. We'll say economy. Sorted. So there we go, that was our start up.
That was pretty impressive actually, I must
started
say.
up really smoothly, really easily.
By comparison to your older one, it felt a lot more kind of powerful.
Yeah, it's a lot more.
And the quality seemed a lot better.
Yeah, it's much more beefy. But the other one was just, again, it was there specifically if we had a power outage to make sure that we had some backup power.
Yeah.
And I would have been quite happy with that generator if it hadn't failed on its pull start.
Yeah, and I mean, considering it was like your 3rd go.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you don't use a generator. So you're not using a generator, day in and day out. So because I'd used it twice, and it was the 3rd time, which was just I thought I'd give it a run because I hadn't started it up for a while.
Yeah, and had that been when you actually needed it, that would have caused a big issue.
Yeah, that would have been an issue. So,
but this one, so far, so good.
So the P2500i. Yeah.
Happy?
I'm happy.
Happy, okay.
I'm happy with this. And so I'm confident that if we have a power outage, or if we choose to use it for leisure purposes, it's going to be spot on.
So it comes recommended from you and us?
Yeah. Most happy with it. And I can say that because I used its little brother, and its little brother was fine when it was running. And I just like the way that this one, the pull start, works.
Maybe we can come back to it. Maybe a few months down the line.
We could do a 6-month review on it.
Yeah, that'd be good. If you'd like to see that, please comment below.
Yeah, otherwise, check it out on Amazon. Cost me $449.
We'll put a link in the description.
Anyway, thanks for watching.
Please like and subscribe to this channel and comment below any suggestions of further reviews you'd like to see on the channel.
And we'll see you in the next one.